Another day, right? I know, right? I know a lot of people were expecting me to be down this morning, to be feeling bad and stuff like that. But hey, you got the wrong person. Seriously, you do. Because like my job is not to be crying over spilled milk. No. My job is to try to find the positive side of every negative, activity that happens to me. I don't know about you, but that's the way I am. But anyways, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money. And so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maxi mug. Everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Kaspa. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, you know you know the drill. We look at market performance over the past 24 hours. Right after that, maybe take a look at prices in details because everything is still recovering. And right after that, we will check on our positions. Are we in Reg City yet? But yeah, before that, before we do all that, let me lower this just in case it sounds okay. All right, excuse me for a second. Okay, that's better. Before that, guys, time after time we've talked about it here, and I've been telling you guys to become a multi-millionaire is not that easy. It's not that easy. Trust me, you are going to have to do things that 99.9% of people are not doing. Time after time we talked about it here. And again, before we even look at my positions, I usually tell everybody, say, listen, I do not recommend you leverage trading, because leverage trading, if you are not mentally strong, you can lose your mind. Seriously, you can. Yesterday we saw the market, what it did. It dipped so hard. That's why, I don't know, a lot of people keep saying a Bitcoin store of value, Bitcoin store of value. Now, look at how much, just think about it, okay? Think about it. How much money it takes to move Bitcoin from 125, 123, whatever it was, all the way down to $103,000. Look at how much money it takes to move it. And you want to tell me that something that has a store of value can drop like that off a cliff in less than an hour? Does that make any sense? See what I'm telling you, right? But hey, it is, things happen, because trust me, if I had that kind of money, I would do the same. I will rock pool everybody. I will rock pool everybody. Okay, but what we are talking about here today is your mindset. Okay, when you see something like that happen, what are you doing? What are you doing about it? Are you crying because you lost the money? Hey, you guys already know me. I don't cry over spilled milk. It's already done. Done is done. The more you complain about it, the more you cry about it, it's not going to bring that money back. It's not. But people with a strong mindset, people with the will of becoming multi-millionaire, what they do as soon as they see that crack, guess what? They try to find a way. They try to be positive about it, which is exactly what I did. Yesterday, everybody was like panicking. Okay, as soon as I saw my trades closing, I did not panic. I went into hustle mode. If you're a hustler, you already know what hustle mode means. I went into hustle mode. Come on, I need to buy more. I need to open more trades. I need to do something about this. Come on, I need to do. And I kept looking. Open Kraken wasn't working. Open Uphold wasn't working. Mexi wasn't working. I mean, every exchange I could think of that I could buy Kaspa was not up and running. And that is how you are supposed to do it. Not panic and cry. Because again, panic and cry is not going to solve your problem. But if you look at it, which I'm about to show you right now, the trade that I opened yesterday is already up. It's already up again. I bought more Kaspa on spot. Because why? My mindset. I'm not looking at a hiccup on the market right now. I'm looking at the future, where this thing is going. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at things like, okay, if Kaspa goes back to 20 cents, how much can I make out of this trade I open? That's what I'm looking at. If Kaspa goes up to $2, how much can I make out of this trade I open up? Okay, so that is the thing. And another way of looking at it, the trade that I had open on Kaspa on Phemex, if Kaspa went to $1, I would have made $84,000, right? But the new trade I have open right now, if Kaspa goes to $1, I will make $126,000. You see, every misdeed, every mishap always leads to an opportunity. Yeah, that trade got closed. Do I feel bad about it? Yeah, I do. But the good thing about it is that the new trade that I opened is guaranteeing me more money than the one that I closed, that got closed up. That's how you have to think. You have to think about what's in the future. Like everybody was panicking, I was buying more on spot. And I have a friend of mine that was asking me like, you know that thing is going down. And I said, yes, it is. I know it is going down. I know. I'm just mad that I couldn't get it at 1 cent. I was like scratching my head. Where can I get this at 1 cent? I tried it all. And he was like, man, you just let it go, because the bull run was over with, because this and that was going on. And I was like, nah. Because when you think about it, yesterday, 10,000 Kaspas was going to cost you what, $100, $200 or whatever when it went to 1 cent. Now imagine that thing goes up to 20 cents all-time high. You would have multiplied your money 20 times. And that is what I was thinking about. And that's the same thing I'm thinking about right now. Because like when I look at it, I keep piling on my Kaspa bag. Okay, I am well above 700,000 Kaspa coins. I'm well above that. That's right now. You guys already know my deal. I want to have 5 million Kaspa coins. I would buy it from my pocket, or when I get profits from leverages, I will buy Kaspa. And that's exactly what you are supposed to think about. That's how you're supposed to make that money, right? Things are going to happen left and right, just like we've been talking about it here. Macro economy is going to control the market, and yet it is kind of I got fooled out. Okay, to be honest with you, I got fooled. I thought it was going to be okay, that it canceled itself, because have you guys been seeing, I had the 29th. The 29th is when I thought the crash was going to happen. Okay, that's what I thought. If you've been following my channel, you will see it on my charts. Like I had a red mark right there on the 29th, and I said, yeah, here something was going to go on. Something was going to go on. There was a lot of macroeconomy that was going, macroeconomy situation that we're developing, and I thought like, yeah, 29. But the narrative changed, because our good friend Trumpicius Margex announced that, yeah, they were going to have a trade meeting with the Chinese president. So I was like, yeah, I think I can relax, because they're probably going to come up with a solution about the trade agreement between China and the United States. I relaxed. Everybody in the crypto space relaxed. That's why you saw the price of Bitcoin start to go up. And what happened? He comes out. He comes out. Yeah. Man. The Chinese one comes out first. Now, no more rare earth minerals. And our good magician comes out and be like, huh? You want to do that? Okay. I like some ping pang tariffs. And we all saw the ripple effect on everything. We saw it drop. Stocks, crypto, metal, everything. But the funniest part of it is how fast Bitcoin dropped. Go compare it to gold. Gold didn't drop that much. Silver didn't drop that much. But Bitcoin, my friends, look at what happened to Bitcoin. A lot of people still don't get it. I've been researching. I'm still looking, because one thing about blockchain, you can follow the wallets that we're selling. I'm very close to try to know who was it. My intuition tells me it's Michael Saylor. That's what my intuition tells me. But hey, I will not prove it. I will not confirm it until I have proof of it. Because think about it. Michael Saylor did not have enough Bitcoin to be paying people back. Because like you remember when he said you buy Michael strategy and he pays you back in Bitcoin. If you look at portfolio of Michael's strategy, they didn't have enough Bitcoin to pay these people back. And everybody else was beginning to suspect it. So the amount of Bitcoin that was sold yesterday, around 20,000 Bitcoin or something like that, I think Michael Saylor did that shit. If you, he's the only one with a problem to solve. So yeah, for me, yeah, whether he did it or not, it still presented an opportunity. An opportunity which, yes, it was bad because a lot of people got liquidated, including myself, okay? Which, again, total transparency right here, because on my Phemex, my Kaspa trade and Jasmine trade got liquidated. On Wix, my Quant and Kaspa trade got liquidated. On Phemex, on Bydfi, only my Quant trade survived. The Kaspa one got liquidated. Yeah, a lot of people lost a lot of money about it. But yeah, when there is blood in the street, it is also an opportunity. And we ain't got time to cry about it, right? Like I said, it gave me a chance yesterday to be able to accumulate more Kaspa, because now I am above 700,000 Kaspas. That was the good part of it. And another good part, just like I mentioned earlier, the position that I have open now gives me that opportunity to be able to make at $1 $126,000. And imagine when I start to scale it up, which I will keep on doing that. I will scale it up to make more. That's me. Because right now, I want that liquidation to be less than a cent on my position. Okay, that is nothing new. You guys know I trade at 50x and I don't use stop loss. So yeah, the question is, what do you do when things like that happen? Do you go and cry about it, or do you stand your positions? Do you stand your ground? Be like, no matter what, I am going to make it. No matter what, I am going to get this generational wealth. If you do remember, in the 2000s, okay, you remember in the 2000s, everybody was like, nah, the .com, this .com, that, blah, blah, blah. People were losing it because stock market was transitioning from, from going into, you remember back in the days, for you to trade the stock, you need to find the paper ads and try to find a broker and all that stuff. It was transitioning to the internet ways. That way you can trade on the internet yourself, right? A bunch of people who did not embrace that change lost a lot. I'm comparing the same situation right now. The economy is switching from traditional paper money and all that stuff into blockchain. That's what is happening. A lot of people are not embracing it. A lot of people are not thinking ahead of it. That is why one of my videos, I told you, by the end of 2026, if you are still broke, don't blame anybody but yourself. Because yeah, everything for you to succeed is right there in front of you. And that's why when we talk about this kind of opportunities, I always tell you, Kaspa will make you a lot of money in the short term. Kaspa will make you a multi-millionaire in the long term. Not your financial advisor. Go ask your financial advisor. They will probably point you in that same direction. Quants will do the same thing, because when you look at where we are going, where everything is shifting, yeah, you cannot afford not to have quant in your portfolio. Seriously, you cannot. But yesterday you saw, I wish I could show you my phone right now. I had over 200 missed calls. My Twitter was blowing up. And you're trying to tell people, hey, chill, take a deep breath. Like, exhale, take a deep breath. When things like that happen, you need to think clear. Okay, you need to think clear. And that's why you should stick on spot if you can't handle the leverage. Okay, and I told you guys so many times, like, yeah, you see what happens yesterday happens a lot to day traders, a lot. That's why I'm a long-term trader, because I tried day trading. Trust me, that's a lot of headache. I don't like to do that. But yeah, again, the question is, what do you do about it? What do you do when the market crashes? I'm not just saying just Kaspa. A lot of you are fans of Bitcoin. A lot of you are fans of Solana, Ethereum. I'm not even going to mention the raccoon. A lot of you are fans of it. So when the market crashed, what did you do? Did you buy more of the coin you believe in, or did you sit over there and cry about it? What did you do? That's supposed to be the thing you're supposed to be asking yourself. Now that it has gone this way, what can I do? What are my goals? Where do I want to get? Okay, because again, we know market does not go up in a straight line. That is a lie. And a lot of you, again, you see, when I keep saying money is not going to trickle down. It's not. See, yesterday, Bitcoin decimated, decided to throw a wrench at your engine. And what happened to altcoins? Altcoins were down, some 90% down. I saw Kaspa jump from 52 position on the crypto list all the way to the 90th position yesterday. And back again today, if you look at it, we are sitting at 51, 52 again. Manipulation. Things like that happen, and instead of you be whining about it, instead of you be over there crying about it, guess what you're supposed to do? Find solutions. Because to become a multi-millionaire is not an easy feat. Trust me, a lot of people gave up yesterday. But me, I did not. Because I am not looking right under my nose. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward. Compare that to Bitcoin. You remember when Bitcoin came out, right? Some guy even used 30,000 Bitcoins to buy a pizza. Why? Because he didn't believe it was going anywhere. Because anyway, Bitcoin price went up and then it was coming back down. Like, yeah, it ain't nothing. So I'd rather use it to buy a pizza. He did it. The other one, Bitcoin went to $20 and then started crashing all the way back down to probably $1 to $5. And what did he say? Bitcoin will never go above $20 again. And he sold his bag. Long-term vision he didn't have. I would love to look at that guy today and ask him, what do you think about Bitcoin today? I would love to look at him. The same situation you're looking at Kaspa. Kaspa dropped all the way yesterday to 1 cent. And everybody in that grandmama was running like the world was on fire. Instead of taking the opportunity and pack more for your bags. I would love to look at their faces once Kaspa start breaking $1. I would love to look at that. The honest truth is that yes, we needed a correction, but not that extreme, because hey, that is something that caught everybody off guard, including myself. It caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. Okay, but well, instead of crying about it, guess what I did? I did what I do best, invest. I had to scratch money where I could to get it going. Because hey, guess what? Only those who make drastic moves like that yesterday, those are the people that become rich in the long term. Everybody was selling, everybody was going out, but guess what? Those of them who was buying it, they make better moves. They make millions in the long term. People keep thinking about it like, yeah, he's not gonna do this, but look at this. A $10 Kaspa only required $250 to $300 billion market cap. A $10 Kaspa. And now, if everybody's telling you Kaspa's technology is way ahead of the entire crypto market, don't you think that $250 or $300 billion market cap should be easier, rich? We get there faster than you think? Don't you think so? The problem with people is that they don't have patience. Problem with people is like they want it to pump right now. And if it pumps right now, it's going to crash just as the same way. But if it grinds up there slowly, the value is going to stay with it. That's what people don't understand. And I keep telling you, Kaspa is going to be running in 2026. Right now, we ain't got nothing on Kaspa. Only the first stage of smart contract. And the first stage of smart contract has already been showing the effect. You can see the total value locked. You can see the number of transaction process. You can see the nodes. Everything is going up slowly. Sooner, in a couple of weeks, we are going to have IGRA Labs go live. And then you will see again, transaction is going to double or triple. You're going to see TVL double or triple. Before you know it, the last piece of the smart contract is going to be implemented, which is going to be Sparkle. Once Sparkle goes live, you're going to see the TriFi. You're going to see that $1 trillion industry, carbon captures, all that is going to be on Kaspa. I'm telling you, a lot of people will not remember that Kaspa crashed yesterday. Once we start crossing, not even $1, once we start crossing the all-time high, which is 20 cents, many people will not remember that the market had crashed yesterday. And those of them who were running away from the market are going to regret it. Because again, like things that happened yesterday, those are what determine multi-millionaires in the future. Because again, if you had just bought 10,000 Kaspas yesterday, Kaspa goes to goes to $10,000. Oh, sorry, Kaspa goes to $10. You have $1 million, right? You have $1 million easy. But yet, people were running, people were crying, I was like, Jesus, I turned off my phone. That's what I did yesterday. Because yeah, you need to understand everything has a risk. The problem is like some people don't know how to manage their own risk. You need to look at it. You need to look at it. Can I hold that risk? Because if you buy coins on spot, whether the market goes up or goes down, you are still holding your coins, right? But if you want to take that high risk by leverage trading, you're supposed to know the risk that comes with it. Again, I'm talking to you today. It's about your mindset. What do you want? What are you fighting for? Because if you don't know what you're fighting for, the fight is useless. You understand? Put your feet down, head high, and face the obstacles. That's how it is. Okay? So yeah, everything is recovering right now. You see how, again, from 1 cent all the way back to 5 or 6 cents, whatever that it is right now. Manipulation is real. Unfortunately, you and I, we cannot do nothing about it unless we become whales. Right? Anyways, guys, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market, okay? Let's see how the market has been performing. let's see what the market is doing. Let's see crypto bubbles, and we have here. Yep. And we have here. We look at it on the past hour. Let's see. See, past hour, it looks like everything is trying to start to pick up slowly. Okay, the day just started, so we're still 9 o'clock here. Let's see how we end up the entire thing. But anyways, now we're gonna start first with King Kaspa, KAS, and we have here you see, for the past hour, 1.5% up, 20.4% down on the day, 23.6% down on the week, 29.4% down on the month, and 55.3% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.58 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at 330.81 million. See, people are gobbling up this at the lower prices. Wow. Anyways, yeah, we go look at QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. For the past hour, 0.7% up, 11.5% down on the day, 15.6% down on the week, 12.2% down on the month, and 33.4% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.28 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $70.18 million. Okay, now we go look at Jasmine, the Japanese Bitcoin, what we have going on that camp. 1.8% up the last hour, 18.5% down on the day, 21.2% down on the week, 28.4% down on the month, and 45.2% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $493.13 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $135.99 million. Wow. Look at that volume. My gosh. And now we look at Cubic. High risk, high reward. What do we have here? 2.4% down the last hour, 10.3% down on the day, 23.8% down on the week, 22.8% down, oh my God, down on the month, 15.6% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $184.26 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $9.84 million. Now we look at Jonathan's Pet Toro Bitcoin, the orange guy. We do have here 0.1% up the last hour, 7.5% down on the day, 7.8% down on the week, 2% down on the month, and 86.3% up on the year, sitting at the market cap of $2.24 trillion and the 24 hours volume traded at $198.22 billion. See, it went down to 103, and look at it again, it's now up to what? 112. This is pure manipulation. And if you want to cry about it, that is you. You make your move to make your money. Do not, well, you're going to find out. Anyways, now let's look at the prices in details right quick. We look at this. We see that Dixie, wow, 98. Dixie is up 98. And let's see, Bitcoin 112. They're about going in the same direction. That is something, again, we do not want to see. We want to see one go in one direction and the other one go the opposite. But anyways, now if you look at Kaspa, for example, we're seeing here, yeah, like yesterday I was trying to tell you guys this, okay, it's going to be a V-shaped recovery, and that's exactly what's happening here. We dropped, see the V-shaped recovery, this now is forming a bull flag, which again I'm expecting to start to go that way. But pay attention to the ribbon, okay? The ribbon has not started to curve yet. It's still pointing slightly downwards, a little bit downwards. So let's wait and see what the ribbon does from here. But I think, like I said, I think this dump is over with, okay? I think it is over with because we are forming a bull flag right here. See? Next thing you're gonna know is gonna go that way and try to see this resistance again, see if you can turn it into support, and up we went, okay? So yeah, I'm just sitting tight. I open my new positions and I'm waiting. On the 4-hourly, again, you can see it starts first on the 1 hour and then the 4 hour. Like I said, normally when you look at the price, how low it went, look at where the moving average is. See? So this is way, you can tell it's manipulation. But again, we already know that price always gets attracted to the moving average. So I'm expecting this to go back in there and try the moving average again. So yeah, right now we are just watching what Bitcoin is doing. If Bitcoin can go back up to 120,000, for sure, this thing is going to go back into that triangle or even break above it. Okay. Now, if you look at it on the daily, again, the same thing. It is still, the ribbon still falling because we need to reset. The hourly need to reset first, then the 4-hourly, then the daily, then the weekly. Okay. This thing right here was just a hiccup. That's why I keep telling you, I don't think this price action is going to stay like this for long. For me, price action is still the same. It's still the same. Nothing has changed. We do have a very resistance at 12 cents. That's what I'm expecting this thing to start moving into. Okay. Start moving there 12 cents. Then we do have 18, 19 cents, then all-time high before starting to go into price discovery. Okay, that's what I'm thinking about, and that's what I'm waiting on. Now, let's go look at Quant right quick. Quant, let's see here, QNT right here. Quant, the same thing. Man, look at that wick. Look at this. Look at that wick. My God. My God, I'm surprised that my trade on Bydfi survived this. Look at that wick. Again, you can tell manipulation is real. On the 1 hourly, yeah, it's still doing the same thing, just like Kaspa. Ribbon still spraying. It hasn't started to curve upwards, but yeah, we know it's going to happen. A lot of people right now, people are shorting. Okay, and these market makers, they know exactly what they're doing. If you look at it on the 4 hourly, see here. Yeah, the same thing. See, the same thing. Nothing changed from even Kaspa. Still the same thing. We're still looking at the ribbon, waiting for it to start curving upwards, right? The same thing goes on the daily. Look at that. Look at that wick. It broke all the supports it could break. First support out, second support out, and it was crazy the way it went. So yeah, for me, I'm gonna sit tight. I'm watching the price action, because as you guys can see here, the ribbon was trying to curve. We were ready to pump going upwards until somebody decided to sell over 20,000 Bitcoins, which again, we're going to find out who it is. We're going to find out, because I'm telling you, if it is Michael Saylor, I think his company is going to lose a lot of credibility, and this is going to be a negative effect for him. You're going to see. Okay. Now, for me, again, just like Kaspa, my price target on Quant are still the same. Nothing has changed. Okay, for me, I still think $125,000 is going to be the first major resistance. After that, we do have $151 and then $164. When we close a daily above that, we will be hunting for $176. We get above that, we will be looking for $230 and then all-time high. So yeah, sit tight. I'm just watching it. I don't really. Yesterday, what happened. Right now, there's no time to cry for spilled milk, other than just sit tight and let's see how things go from here, right? But anyways, now let's go look at Bitcoin right quick, because I told you, Jasmine, until we go above that 2.3 cents, I don't think the price action is going to help. And even with Bitcoin doing what it is doing right now, there's no point of trying to look at Jasmine. As you guys can see right now, this is what I'm talking about. September 29, this is when I thought this will happen. And if you can see, we are right back on those level of September 29. This here had this red line here. I thought this is where it was going to happen. Like it goes in and it's going to go this and then before going up. That's what I thought. But September 29, like I said, our good magician, Trumpicius, fooled everybody to thinking that everything was okay until, yeah. Until, yeah. That is really, really something. I'm telling you, that's something. So, but for now, right now, you see again, price came back right on the same level. Look at where it bounced. Okay, because if you look at that wick that it created, it's insane to know that somebody bought all this back. It takes a huge amount of money to move the market like this. It takes a huge amount. So yeah, it was a support where we are right now. So if you really look at it, I think right now we are going to see it again do that V-shaped recovery, because this was all of a sudden it's going to go back up where we were and then start going up. Because if you ask me, I would tell you, for me, Bitcoin is hunting for that $150,000-$160,000. That's what it is hunting. Once we get there, we are going to have a situation in which we will reevaluate the market and see if we keep the positions that we're just open or if we are closing them. So yeah, for me, I'm just sitting tight on it, okay? On the daily, nothing has changed. Again, look at the ribbon. Despite the dump, the ribbon still green. This is why I also stay convinced that this was manipulation. Ribbon still green, nothing has changed. The same thing goes on the weekly. When you look at it on the weekly, despite that, look at the weekly candle. Star Wars. See? Star Wars. So yeah, nothing has changed. Right now, I added this November 24th, Monday, I added it because with this dip that just happened, this changes the entire narrative of the market. With this deep failure that just happened, changes the entire way that we look at the price action on Bitcoin. Okay, so right now, pay attention, not only for that line, also pay attention for the Bitcoin, what you call it, cycle top, Pi cycle top. Come on, show it to me. Pi cycle top, this one. See, pay attention to the Pi cycle top, this red line. Despite all that, see how the price came right above it again. It tried to go below it, but it came right above it again. So pay attention to it, because so far, if you look at the blue line on the top, it has also begun to curve, right? It has also begun to curve, which means like right now, you're going to see this blue line do this red line do that, okay, until they converge and one goes above. When the red one goes above the blue line, we are about to start looking at the market top, okay? So yeah, pay attention to things. It is not the end of the world. It's an opportunity for you to make money, okay? Do not panic. It's part of the market. If it is your first time seeing this, welcome to the crypto trading sphere. that's all I can tell you. But anyways, now let's go look at my positions right quick. The first one, okay, before we do that, please do not get into leverage trading if you don't know what you're doing. You saw what happened yesterday. It's just a taste of reality, okay? But if you want to try it and want to learn how to do it, down below I do have the links: Bydfi, Phemex, Margex, and Wix exchange. Sign up using those links, meet their deposit requirements, and they're going to give you free money. Once you get the free money, take $20 out and start to practice. Practice, my friend. Once you practice, let's see how good that one goes, right? Practice how to do everything. How to open trade, how to put stop loss, although myself, I don't use stop losses. And the reason why I don't use stop losses is exactly what happened yesterday. But although, like, yeah, I didn't catch it on time, I would have just scaled up my trades and nothing would have happened. But hey, I was busy. I didn't look at it. Anyways, yeah, you do that, you start to practice. If you can turn $20 into 40, 40 into 80, 80 into 120, something like that, then you are ready. But until you can do that, do not use big money. And for those of you who want to learn how to trade stocks and ETFs, I also have a link below on Acorns. Acorns is a platform I'm using to teach my son, my 9-year-old son, how to trade. Okay, so you can use You use the link below, sign up. They're going to give you $5. I know it's not enough, but hey, it will get you started. Okay. Anyways, now let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. Okay, because yesterday, like I told you guys, everything went to crap. The only one that survived on my Bydfi was my quant trade. As you guys can see today, it is still sitting here, my overall $6,600 approximately. If you look at it right now, we are still down 26%, which is $2,300. And again, it's me. I am an aggressive trader. I still trade at 50x. I'd never change, okay? And I don't use stop losses. Now you understand the reason why I don't use stop loss. Because if you would have done, you would have lost. Those of them doing day trading to lose more than anything else, okay? But at least my trade's still open, okay? Now, the one yesterday after everything crashed, I opened just on Phemex. I opened a Kaspa trade. As you guys can see today, it is sitting at $2,700 on the overall. If you look at the contract itself, you will see that here I am $1,200 in profit, 82% up. Okay, so yeah, I took the opportunity. And again, like I'm telling you guys, I was not looking at the market. I was looking at the potential that this trade could give me. Like for example, let's just say I just opened it to the all-time high, which was 20 cents. At 20 cents, this thing will make me $25,000. You see? That's what I'm telling you to look at. The potential of something, okay? If you let's just say at a dollar. At a dollar, this thing has the potential to make me $160,000 if Kaspa hit $1. If you try to say, like many people say, oh, it's going to do like Cardano, it's not going to do, okay, Cardano $3. This thing has the potential to make me $500,000, which is way better than the one that I had before. The one I had before was $84,000 or something like that. Yeah, so one bad thing led to something good. And again, I keep saying it. For me, I believe Kaspa is a $10 coin. And if Kaspa goes to $10 by 2026, this thing has a potential to make me $1.6 million in profits. So yeah, I do not have time to be crying about it. I don't have time to be complaining or whatever that is happening in the market. All I want to do is make money. And hey, one thing you have to understand, okay? One thing you have to understand is the risk. What's your risk management? I could lose 5-10 grand right now. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Are you okay if you do that? So if you're not okay with that, please do not do it at all. You have to know your risk tolerance. Okay? Now let's go look at my son's Acorn account, because again, like I told you guys, I'm teaching him how to trade stocks and ETFs. See what is going on right there. Yeah, he's still good. Still at 301. He's so high. You should have seen his face yesterday. you should have seen his face yesterday. Yeah, he survived. He's still looking good. Yesterday it was going down. He was like pacing, because I called him on video call since I'm working, and he was pacing, looking at his tablet, just pacing. And I was like, yo, Yuri, what's going on? Yuri, come out. He's like, Dad, it's crazy. Look at Bitcoin. He like, Pops, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is dropping, Pops. I said, yo, take a big breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And I said, yeah, you remember what we talked about? Risk management? He's like, yes, Dad. I say, you see what I'm talking about? So chill, because he's trying to learn how to leverage trade on crypto, and I'm telling him he's not ready for that stress yet. So he was looking at Bitcoin, and he looking at the Kaspa, and he going, Dad, oh my God, we're going to lose a lot of money. I say, yeah, we're going to lose, but there's also an opportunity. Hey, what did you see? Oh, I was like, okay, look at the RSI. What do you see on the RSI? Oh, it's not going down. I said, good. What do you see on the MACD? And he, oh my God. I said, yeah, now change it to put the alligator. What do you see? Oh my God. I said, yeah, see, now chill. So I opened, when I was opening a trade on the Phemex, I said, you see, this is what we're looking at. You see, as that trade, that week started to come up, time for a trade. So we opened one, and today he was like, oh my God, that was adrenaline pumping. I say, yeah, that's why there are not many people who are multimillionaire. You know, our team, we're trying to be a multimillionaire. That's where we're going. So yeah, you have to be ready for this kind of stuff. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. please don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers, okay? Don't forget to like and comment. I am very interested in knowing what you think about everything that we talk about today. And also don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. Again, you never know what you're going to learn from a stranger. So before I leave you today, please do not panic. It's just a state of mind. Days like yesterday, they print multi-millionaire. So you have to be ready. If it happens again, get at it. Do not listen to the crowd, because there's days like yesterday, 99.9% went left and a few of us went right. And as you can see, I'm already $1,200 in profit. See? That's what I'm telling you. It is going to happen, but you need to know how to manage that risk. Anyways, until I see you in my next one, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye-bye.